welcome. You're watching NDTV Profit. I'm Mahima Vachchrajani, and with me is Anushi, Vakharia. Well, on this edition of Ask Profit, you can ask all your queries on the number that will be flashing on your screen right away. But before we move on to your queries, let's take a quick check on what the markets are doing. Well, in terms of the benchmark indices, the Nifty 50 did cross the 24,700 mark today after falling below the 24,000 mark on around 6th of August. The Nifty is trading within a range of roughly 120 odd points. Currently, it is 50 odd points away from its day's highs and trading around 0.5% higher. In terms of the Sensex has a slightly wider range than yesterday, trading at around trading in the range of roughly 420 odd points, and again 60 odd points away from its day's highs, also trading around 0.6% higher. So in line with the Nifty 50. Let's also take a quick look at what the broader markets are doing. Well, in terms of the Nifty mid cap 150, the stock is up around 0.4%, and the small cap 250 is up around 0.16% only. So the small cap 250 is kind of underperforming when compared to the benchmarks as well as the Nifty mid cap 150. Let's also take a quick look at the contributors on the Nifty, what's weighing up and weighing down the Nifty. There you go. There's RIL, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Infosys, which are weighing up the Nifty, but some counters that are weighing down the Nifty include Bharti Airtel, ONGC, M&M, Cipla. Let's also take a look at the breadth of the market. Where is it skewed towards, whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market today? It's clearly a buyer's market today. Around 1,300 odd advances versus 790 odd declines. Let's also take a quick look at what the sectors are doing at present. What are the sectors that are advancing? This is what are declining. There you go. The sectors like PSU Bank, which are up and above in trade, up around 1.2%. Nifty Bank up around 1%. Nifty IT up around 0.8%. Some of the counters which are not doing very well include the Nifty Media, which is down around 0.3%, Nifty FMCG, which is also down around 0.2%. Let's also quickly shift to some stock specific actions and see what Nucleus Software is doing. Well, the stock has hit an upper circuit after it announces a proposal of buyback on 22nd of August. There you go. The stock is locked in upper circuit. Let's also quickly pull up some shipping companies that are in focus today. Garden Reach, Mazagon, Cochin Shipyard, all are down roughly 4 to 8%. There you go. Cochin down around 4%. Let's also pull up Mazagon and Garden Reach. Garden Reach is down roughly 8%, and Mazagon is also down roughly 9% as we speak. Let's also quickly pull up High-Tech Pipes. The company approved raising of 600 crore via QIP, and the stock has been doing pretty well since morning. At present, if we can see the charts, it has come off from its day's highs, however still trading around 1.5% higher. But Anushi, I think the stocks in focus today, a lot of stocks are from the consumer durable space.
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, the consumer durable space remains in focus. Now, this is after UBS has initiated coverage on some of them, and in particular, we'll focus on KEI Industries, in which UBS has initiated coverage. But to discuss more on this, Puneet joins in.
Well, thanks for that. So, it's a very interesting note, initiating coverage, as you rightly said, with a buy rating and a big target price that they are estimating a 40% upside from the current levels, with a target price of roughly 6,150 rupees per share. Now, there are three key things that, UBS is focusing on. First is, of course, that the company has the highest presence in the cables and wires segment, and especially in the branded wire segment. UBS is seeing that there is scope for further market share gains going forward in the branded wire segment. They also see that ramp up will lead to better return ratios as well as cash generation for KEI going forward as well. The second thing they are mentioning that the company has a really strong balance sheet, and improved brand strength will help expand the market further for the company and gain market share going forward as well. And thirdly, they are saying that they are estimating a top line as well as revenue as well as EBITDA CAGR of roughly 22% and 31% for the next couple of years until FY27. Because of this, they are estimating a 31% CAGR in that overall earnings, and seeing that a positive upbeat on market share gains going forward. They do highlight that there is slight downside risk of any kind of slower domestic infrastructure going forward, or creation or delays in capex going forward as well. But overall, really positive report coming in from UBS on KEI Industries this morning. Back to you.
Well, thanks for that, Puneet. But now it's time to introduce our today's guest for the show. And Astha Jain, Senior Research Analyst from Hem Securities, joins in, along with Swati Hodkar, AVP Technical Research from Nirmal Bang. I'll take so strong buy call on KI Industries over here. I want to take this across to you, Astha. What is your view on KI Industries? Do you have the stock under coverage?
Hi, good morning to all of you. Yes, we really track the stock, and first of all want to give our stance. So we are positive on the counter, giving a buy as well as hold rating with the initial price target of around 5,400. So 5,000 is the initial price target, followed by 5,400 as the second target to this counter. Now talking about this counter, this is the leading cable and wire manufacturer. So it is one of the leading player in this industry. They have a strong capex plan, and in fact their product diversification has also yielded strong returns. In fact, what we are seeing that due to the government focus on the infrastructure, the company is getting very strong demand from its product perspective, and that's why it will continue to enjoy good demand going ahead also. Talking about on these parameters, there's only one concern, and that is the valuation, because now the company is trading at pretty high valuation. So that can be one of the concern for this company. But going ahead, if the financial performance will continue be as strong as they have posted in the past, so I think that will also negate going ahead. So all in all, it is a buy as well as hold from our side. Initial price target is 5,000, and afterwards 5,400 can be set as a second target, but this target is for the longer term perspective.
Okay. Viewers, before I move on to the next question, a simple request. Please do write down your names in your queries so that we know whom are we addressing and who is the right person who's asking the questions. Moving on, Astha, I'll stick with you. We have a question from Ramesh Prabhu, who's from Mumbai. He's asking that whether VST industry, is this the right time and attractive price to buy the stock? We've seen a run up in all these cigarette counterparts in the past 2 to 3 days. What is your opinion on this, Astha?
Yes, now talking about VST industries, first of all, if I talk about the valuations are they are putting somewhere at around 23 price to earning multiple, whereas the industry price to earning multiple stands more than 30. So valuation wise, they are reasonable. But the point which is a little bit concern about the company or a negative about the company is the degrowth in the bottom line, which they have posted in the Q1 of FY25. So if I keep this point apart, valuation is fine for this company, but going ahead, I think this industry will continue to enjoy strong demand. And on that basis, in the future, we might see some strong financial performance also. But at present moment of a time, I think wait and watch is the better strategy just because of the weaker financial numbers, which we have seen in the Q1 of FY25. But if anyone has this stock in the portfolio, they can continue hold this counter. But the valuation wise, it is reasonably valued at the 23 price to earning multiple.
Okay, thanks for that. Now, next query is from Narendra from Andhra Pradesh. He's holding about 100 shares of V-Guard at a price of 470, of which he's sold 50 shares at a price of 520. And now again, the stock is near to the levels of 470. So Swati, I'll come to you on this. Should he add at this current price, or what is your outlook on V-Guard at these levels?
Good morning, all of you. Definitely, the view is a little bit cautious because from the last 3 to 4 days, we are witnessing that this particular counter is under the correction mode. From 570 levels onwards, we have seen a correction of almost 200 points. Now, today it has given the breakdown of 20 days moving average also, which gives us some sort of a cautious sign. I believe this selling pressure is likely to be extended and will continue towards fall towards at least 440 levels. So I will suggest to book your profits at the current market price on your exit to your long positions. Downside, if you're getting in any dips towards to 440, you can definitely add on. But at the current level, it's exit from my end.
Okay, the next question is from Munis Rahman from New Delhi. He's saying that he's bought 1,000 IRDA shares at 301, and during the budget time, he bought this at budget time, but since then it has fallen almost 20%. He's asking whether he should hold it or book a loss. I think this is a two-part question. For this part of question, Swati, I'll come to you. What should he do?
See, IRDA is definitely one of the good counter. We have seen a very strong rally from almost 2023 non-stop. It has given a rally from 100 to 300. So after the levels of high of 300, one cannot deny the profit bookings. And currently the stock is under the price correction mode rather than you can say the time correction. So I believe if you're looking for a longer term horizon, definitely this counter really looks good. On the fundamental side of the story is also very positive. Upside, I'm looking for a target of 300 to 340. So definitely one should hold this particular counter into their portfolio.
Right. I think his next question is similar to what you already answered, but I'll also take Astha's opinion on this. He's asked whether he can wait for next 6 months to 1 year, and what should be the outlook for the stock. Astha, your views on this?
So yes, definitely he can wait for next 6 months to a 1 year time horizon. If we talk about this counter, we all know it is a NBFC, basically financing in the renewable sector, but a renewable energy sector. Company has posted good numbers in the quarter gone by, and what we have seen is the positive about it. This company is their cost of borrowing, which is pretty low, and they have an advantage on that part. And in fact, their borrowings have got a very strong rating that is of AAA also. So I think there is not an issue for the company to post a strong NII growth, that is a net interest income growth going ahead also, given the low cost of borrowings. But maybe in coming quarter, that is quarter 2 of FY25, we can see some sort of a margin pressure. But in the longer term, that will also be a major concern. So yes, from the long-term perspective, we are assigning the price target of around 300 and more. So from long-term perspective, one can definitely hold this counter. But initially, in the short term, we can see some hiccups because what we are expecting that Q2 FY25, there might be some sort of pressure on the margins.
Okay, so that is the view on IRIDA now. But now moving on to the metal space, Prasanna is holding about 600 shares of Tata Steel, and this is at a price of about 129. Should she continue to hold or sell at these levels? I'll come to you, Swati, on this one. What's your view on Tata Steel at these levels?
It's definitely positive for longer term horizon. We have seen a very good rally in this particular stock also, and now we have seen a correction. Whatever the rally we have seen in the past, stock has almost corrected at least 50% of its rally. So I believe that we might see some bottom fishing nearby 140 to 135 level. That will act as a very crucial support level. Up to that level, we might witness some selling pressure, but definitely a turnaround can be seen because stock is already trading nearby the oversold zone. So the selling pressure will come down over a period of time, and we will witness some positive momentum in this particular counter. So yes, if you're looking for a year and so holding period, definitely you can hold on. I'm quoting a target of minimum at least 182 to 220 levels on the high side.
And coming to you, Astha, what is your view on this stock? Tata Steel, do you see, is it a good buy at this levels on fundamental basis?
So on fundamental basis, we believe that let the stock fall more and then make a buy call, because what we believe that due to the subdued steel prices, the margin compression will be there in the Q2 of FY25. So we can see that sort of compression in the margin, and on that basis, we are expecting because whatever results they have posted in Q1 FY25, that was a mixed set of bag. And we are not expecting a major positive in the Q2 of FY25 also, given the subdued steel prices. So mostly, wait for more dips and then make an entry into this counter is advisable at this point of time. So we are recommending a wait and watch strategy before making an entry into this.
Okay, Astha. So Tasim from Punjab is also holding around 2,000 shares of Tata Steel at rupees 165. So Tasim, I hope your query is also being answered in the same question. Well, moving on, Kishore is asking that he wants a recommendation on NTPC. Should he buy for a good return within a period of 1 to 2 years? Astha, I think I'll come to you on this one.
So for the time perspective, from the time perspective of 1 to 2 years, definitely it is a buy. But as we all know, the valuations have stretched a bit because we have seen a strong stock performance price-wise in the past few months. So I think that is the major issue, that valuations are stretched. So let the stock fall more. Maybe I think 380 or 390 are the good levels to make an entry into the counter rather than at present moment of time. But yes, we are positive on this counter. Our price target is somewhere at around 450 to 460.
All right. Well, Astha and Swati and the viewers, stay with us. Right now, it's time to slip into a short break, but stay tuned. We'll be back in some time.
Hello and welcome back to Ask Profit, where you get all your stock-related queries answered on the numbers flashing down below. Now, the next query is from CM Kare. He's holding about 400 shares of Cochin Shipyard, and this is at a price of 950. He wants to understand the long-term view on this. So, Asta, I'll come to you on this. The stock has had quite a run-up in this 1 year itself. We are seeing it's more than like 4x now, but the valuations, are the valuations still favorable at this price? What is your view on Cochin Shipyard?
Basically the ship repair segment, I beg your pardon. So ship repair segment is the major margin accretive for this company, and we have seen that this segment is performing strongly for the company. But yes, valuations are now stretched because the performance has already been discounted in whatever stock momentum, price momentum we have seen. So I think that is major reason that we are seeing some sort of depression in the stock prices. But going ahead in the longer term, I think the demand will be continuing to be there, and company will be continuing to perform strongly. But at present moment of a time, one has to really keep patience and hold the stock, because the stock might fall further. In the longer term, we are expecting the stock to show the price momentum, and our price target is somewhere at around 2200 to 2250.
Okay, the next question is from Suresh, who's from Chennai. He's purchased Mazagon Dock shares for around 5,500, and he's saying that the stock is down by roughly 1,000 points, and he's saying that ICICI Securities is also recommended to sell with a target price of 1165. So, Asa, your fundamental view on this, what do you think? Do you think that your view on Cochin Shipyard holds the same for Mazagon as well?
So yes, the major problem with both the counters is their valuation. This is what we believe. Although their margins are strong, in fact, we have talked about the previous counter, Cochin Shipyard also, that their ship repair segment is really a margin accretive. And same we have seen in this counter also, Mazagon Dock, that they have a robust margin profile. But due to the stretched valuation, the stock has seen some sort of dampening in the price momentum. And same is the idea with this stock also. Let the stock fall further if anyone wants to make a new entry, and then make an entry. But if someone has the stock in the portfolio, then they really need to keep a patience and hold the stock for at least 3 to 6 months time price.
Okay, so that was the view on Mazagon Dock. Now Badrinath wants to understand. He's bought about 22,800 shares of Apollo Microsystems, and this was at a price of about 77.75 per share. Whether to hold or sell at these levels, Swati, I'll come to you on this one.
The overall view on this particular counter is little bit cautious on the specifically on technical front, because the stock is trading in a downward sloping channel, and I believe we as of now it is just trading near the support level of 105 rupees. If it gives the breakdown of the same level on the closing basis, more selling pressure is likely to be intensified, and which might take a stocks towards to 90 to 85 levels as well. So the overall view is little bit negative. I will suggest if we witness any kind of a bounce back rally on high side towards to 120 to 125, one should exit their long position.
Okay, Swati, I'll stick to you for the next question. Kamal is asking whether to take a fresh entry for two stocks. Specifically, he's asking one for HFCL and the second one for macro tech developers. How does these two stocks look to you on the charts? Should he take a fresh entry?
For HFCL, definitely one should go for a fresh buying long positions. It's one of our recommendation also in our company. Definitely the stock as of now, if we look on a larger degree, I will suggest it has given the breakout of a flat pattern on the monthly chart. And also the interesting pattern is that it is trading in upward rising channel. So which two patterns really giving a very positive indication on the larger degree monthly chart. So I believe that it has a potential to reach up to at least 160 to 170 levels. So at the current market price, currently trading at 140 levels, one can go for at least 30-40% buying at CMP. But if you're getting any dips towards to 120, definitely one can add on at the on every dips for a target up to 160 to 180 levels. Regarding the macro tech, I will suggest to hold on, let the stock correct more, and if it's coming downside towards to at least 1150 or 1100, so one can take a long position, but not at the current market price.
Okay, but I'll continue on the real estate space over here. Deepak Rao has a view, wants to understand a view on Sunteck now, whether he should hold shares of Sunteck Realty. I'll come to you on this one, Asta. What's your view? Do you have the stock under coverage?
So yes, Centec Reality, definitely we cover this stock, and what we have seen in the results for the Q1 of FY25, that they have shown some sort of turnaround. Turnaround in the case if I exclude other income extraordinary items from their P&L statement, then definitely the stock has posted a positive numbers on the bottom line front as compared to last year's same quarter. So definitely a positive momentum in the stock can be witnessed going ahead also. We are positive on the counter. In fact, we are positive on the real estate space as a whole also. Right now for this counter, recommending a hold. Initial price target can be set at somewhere around 660 to 680 odd levels.
Okay, the next question is from Vakharia from Kerala. She's asked, she's holding around 60 shares of Axis Bank at 1210 a piece. Whether she should hold or sell is the question. Swati, I'll come to you on this one.
See, Axis Bank is really positive. Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, also the SBI Bank, those counters should be remain into the portfolio. No wonder she bought it at the higher levels, but at the current level also the stocks looks attractive. So you can hold on for a longer term horizon. I believe it has a potential to reach back up to 1300 or 1315. So if you're interested to average it out, whenever the stock comes down at 1100 levels, so or 1050 at that level, you can definitely average it out so that your buying price will come down. And I'm looking for a target of again 1300 levels or back. So it's hold from my end.
Okay, and now the stock which has remained in focus continues to be Zomato. Surendra K from Mumbai wants to understand the long-term outlook on this stock. Asta, I'll come to you on this one. What's your view on Zomato?
Long-term outlook is still positive on this counter. Recommending a hold as well as buying on dip strategy you can also be applied. Initial price target can be set at around 290 odd levels. Now, talking about this counter, definitely the growth is there, the profitability is there. The company is maintaining it's a strong foot on both the parameters, and that is why we are liking this counter. In fact, in the recent news flow also, what we have seen is the outperformance by the Blinkit also. So I think the stock is well poised to show strong returns even from here. Definitely a hold as well as buy from our side. Initial price target can be set at around 290 odd levels.
Right, so definitely a hold or buy, and initial price target at 290 from Astha for Zomato. Well, the next question is from Hemant Kumar from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. He's holding Tata investment shares at 6940. He's asking whether he should hold or sell. Swati, your view on this for Tata investment?
The Tata investment we have witnessed a correction from almost 9700 to 5800. Now it is just forming a very good cluster supports nearby 1500, and we might see some reversal from here onwards because stock has shown a positive crossover on RSI from the oversold zone itself. So we believe that turnaround is likely to be seen in a short period of time. I will suggest to hold on because the pullback rally can be extended up to 6500 will be the first target, and beyond that level 7000s can be tested. So it's a hold from my end, not to book the losses at the current market price, but definitely if you wait for some more time, you will gain the profits.
That's the view on this one. But now I'll move on to Trent now. Rishabh from Delhi wants to understand the long-term view on Trent Limited. He's purchased it at an average price of rupees 3,000. Asta, I'll come to you on this one. What's your long-term view on Trent Limited?
Long-term view is positive. Initial price target can be set at around 6,900 to 7,000 odd level. Now, talking about this counter, all segments are showing strong profitability, especially if we talk about Zudio, that is working wonders for the company. In fact, we have seen the strong footfall also, and going ahead, what we are expecting the same store sales growth will continue to be positive for this counter. So positive on this counter. The only problem is that it has shown the huge run up in the past. So valuations are a little bit on the higher side, but what we are believing is that coming 1 or 2 quarters, the company will be continuing to perform strongly. So recommending a hold, 6,900 to 7,000 can be set as a price target.
Okay, one last question from Arun Nair, Trivandrum, Kerala. He's holding Canes from 2,600 a piece. He's asking whether he should book some profit at this stage or not. Swati, I think I'll come to you on this one.
See, the stock is really doing very well. We have seen that the stock has tested its all-time high of almost 53.30 levels yesterday only, and still this strength is holding. I will suggest to hold your long positions by maintaining a strict profit stop loss of 4,900 rupees on a downside. If that stop loss get triggered, then you should book your profits, and you will get an again opportunity to take a buy call nearby 4200 or 4000 level. That will be act as a crucial support level, and that level you can again re-enter long buy positions. But at the current market price, it's a hold with a strict stop loss of 4900 levels for immediate target of 5400 to 5600 levels on high side.
Okay, a whole rating on this one. Well, that was the final query for today's show. But thank you so much, Astha and Swati, for joining in. And we'll stay updated for more such stock-related queries for you for coming to show. But with that, it's a wrap on this show. Stay tuned for more insights coming in from the other show.